Okay, looks like we are live. If you're here with me live, please let me know who you are, where you're from. And if you're watching on the replay, hit me with a hashtag replay so that I know this message is reaching the women that it's meant to reach. And if someone that you love is dealing with issues of loss of sex drive or decreased fertility, and you know they're under chronic stress, please share this life-changing, life-saving information with them. And I'll ask you, has burnout affected your libido? And if so, you are not alone. See, the chronic mismanaged stress that is the cause of burnout is also known to wreak havoc on your love life and fertility. Now, chronic stress is a killer. It's actually considered to be the cause of up to 75% of doctors' visits. That's according to WebMD and stress.org, right? Those include doctor's visits for lack of sex drive, issues to do with hormones, and conception, fertility. Now, I'm Melanie McCool. I'm the entrepreneur's hypnotherapist and peak performance coach. I'm the founder of Program for Prosperity. And as a hypnotist, I specialize in helping women to bounce back from burnout. And as a certified sexual freedom hypnosis practitioner, I am honored to help women to reclaim their sexuality. As a medical hypnotist, well, I've helped more than 500 clinical hypnosis clients to bounce back stronger than before. And you too can regain your healthy, sexy libido, your natural hormone balance when we personalize my 5-step method to your life. Now let's talk about stress and how it affects libido. And by the way, I am not talking about the regular stress that you might be under, like if you had to deal with an illness or a child's illness or moving or something. That kind of thing we can bounce back from, right? And after it's all said and done, you'd probably find yourself happily looking forward to sex. But if you're dealing with the kind of chronic unmanaged stress that leads to burnout, well, everything related to sex goes out the window. When you are constantly in fight or flight, it's simply not the time to procreate. You may not even think about sex. Your libido non-existent, no vaginal lubrication, right? And when you are dealing with this, your body actually sees it as a threat to survival. You have this increase in the production of adrenaline and cortisol, which decreases testosterone. This is the main hormone that makes you want to have sex and leads to a heightened sexual pleasure, right? Also decreases estrogen. Now, add to that perimenopause with estrogen lowering naturally, right? And chronic stress can ultimately wreak havoc on your hormones. And if you've been to the doctor for issues to do with hormones, stress, or fertility, you know that they're going to look to treat the symptoms of hormonal imbalance. And they're not going to say to you, we're going to treat the symptoms from increased adrenaline and cortisol in your body, right? But that's what they're going to attempt to do. And so if you're dealing with hormonal imbalance, low sex drive, infertility, or in peri or menopause, and that chronic stress continues unmanaged, well, any effort to try to regulate hormones is futile, expensive, and it leads to more stress than before. I mean, am I right? The lack of sex drive or infertility, it leads to far more stress for everyone involved. And so what's a woman to do? Are you to just accept that this natural, healthy part of your life that can be a great source of pleasure, relaxation, and fulfillment, right, is just non-existent, right? Or would you like to know how you can naturally balance your hormones, bounce back from burnout, and back into bed? Right? What if there was a way for you to create the right conditions for your body to regulate hormones, increase libido and fertility. And it had nothing to do with expensive, ineffective hormone treatments or medications. Now, you may have heard me say that taking supplements or medications for things like adrenal fatigue, stress, and anxiety without managing the stress that caused it in the first place is like taking the snake bite remedy while you continue to use the viper's fangs as a straw every day, right? It's completely futile and, well, it's deadly. And I really believe it's actually incredibly irresponsible of the medical community to not inform women of an innate power that you possess to naturally neutralize the toxic biochemistry of stress. And if you've taken my Zero Burnout Business Growth Workshop, you know that step 1 in my 5-step method to accelerate business growth without burnout is to cultivate the neurochemistry of flow, right? And I lead you through a process that's been researched extensively. And it's been proven to neutralize the biochemistry of stress. And the effects last for hours. This is an incredible tool. And it's the first step that I give my clients. When someone calls me and they're dealing with issues like anxiety, insomnia, stress, panic, I give them this before they even come to see me one-to-one. And I often get the reports when they come in, or even as a text, saying that their symptoms have already decreased. These results are life-changing. And this is just step 1. There's 4 more steps that I personalize for my clients. And this is how I've had clients who've empowered themselves, right, to get pregnant after struggling for years, or how women in peri or menopause have drastically reduced hormonal imbalances and regained a powerful libido. Now, are you next? I'd love to discuss with you how my 5-step method to accelerate business growth without burnout can be personalized to your life. And if you'd like to take the workshop, I invite you to do that and then book a call with me. I would be honored to help you to come back, bounce back with all of your sensual feminine glory, right? Empowered with the natural tools to know that you can keep your libido vibrantly alive, and to know that you will never, ever burn out again. I'm Melanie McCool, the entrepreneur's hypnotherapist and peak performance coach. And I hope to see you in Program for Prosperity, and that we'll talk soon. If you would like to book that call, simply comment on this video and we'll make sure that, well, we have that conversation and we help your life to come around to the way that you want it to be. All right. So you have a beautiful, fantastic rest of your day. You deserve it.